Holy mackerel, it can't be Mask Fan Addict time again already, can it? Apparently it is, since you're up here. When did you come in? Hope I haven't kept you waiting too long. Thanks for coming. Now that you're here, we might as well talk about cool masks, right? Tonight's mask just happens to be a little more recent than some of them. It's the Blind Zombie. That's right, Blind Zombie. I don't know why they call him the Blind Zombie because, well, he's got one perfectly good functional looking eye right there. So he should probably be the half-blind zombie, shouldn't he? The half, you see, because I don't know. I don't know. That's what they call him. Who calls him that? The folks that made him. Who made him? Ghoulish Productions. Now, he came out in the year 2005, and he was in production right up until 2013. So, about 9 years he was in production. So it's a fairly common mask. You can still find them around. Oddly enough, most of the photos you see on eBay and mask websites and so forth, he appears to have flesh that is either usually looks blue or brown. I have never seen one that was either blue or brown. The only ones I've seen, the flesh is this kind of greenish gray color. You see that? Which I think works well with the bone. But the bone, the eye color, and all that is pretty much the same in the photos, except the ones in the photos, like I said, that just the fleshy part, just the meat, okay, appears to be either blue or brown in most photographs. Maybe some of them are blue and some of them are brown. I don't know. That's for you to find out, and let me know if you have a blue one or a brown one. But I like this color scheme. It's very nicely textured. It's very nicely painted with sort of a rub out there. Low budget mask, sold for around 40 bucks, and again, you can probably still find them for somewhere in that neighborhood because it's recent. It's a little cartoony, a little bit less than 100% realistic, and I realize that, but I think it's kind of a neat one anyway, because for one thing, it's kind of fun. It's very dramatic, it's almost cartoonish in its over-dramatized feistiness and that big shiny eyeball and that, which means it would be great at Halloween or in a haunted house, a haunted cornfield or something like that. If you want to jump out at people wearing this, the split second they see it, they're going to get the idea that it's this moldy skull looking thing with big teeth and one big nasty eye, and he's going ah! So I like that about him. Very dramatic and fun. And as you can see, he's a full head. He does have a slit up the back. I have a bit of paper stuffed in this one. What kind of paper? Well, let's see. Not actually paper. Technically, it turns out to be plastic. What do you know about that? Shopping bags. Looks like a delightful blend of approximately 60% Walmart, 40% Kroger's, whatever that means. On the bags, you can stuff yours with whatever you like, but the old Blind Zombie, who does not look like the ones in Tombs of the Blind Dead and its sequels. That's a movie, by the way, Tombs of the Blind Dead. Yeah. You might think that a mask called Blind Zombie would be modeled after those characters, but him, not so much. So again, I understand why he's blind on this side because, well, probably due to some sort of teaspoon-related eye scooping accident, he lost his eyeball in that. But on this side, yeah, I think he can see you. So really, when he claims to be blind, don't trust him, because I'm pretty sure he can still see out of that one eye. Nice job of making it look like a skull underneath with some patches of meaty, rotten flesh hanging on, and he kind of looks a little bit reminiscent of the zombies in 80s movies, like maybe Burial Ground or Return of the Living Dead, back when zombies were really monstrous and severely decomposed looking fellows. And it's also interesting to note that realistically and biologically, a skull is not capable of changing facial expressions, and yet this guy is sculpted to have this mean look to his skull eye sockets. You wouldn't see a skull that looks like that, because that is something that is caused by the flesh that covers the skull, the network of muscles, facial muscles, not the skull. This guy, therefore, is so mean that when he was alive, he was incapable of any expression other than a mean, angry look, because his bones were shaped that way. You with me? No, you're not with me. You're on the other side of the screen. Does it need cleaned? Can you see? Okay. That's about all I have to say about Blind Zombie, except that you should probably get one for your zombie collection if you can still find it, because it's a cool mask. Discontinued in 2013 and still can be found wherever Blind Zombie masks are sold. Huh? Yeah. Good night, and do be careful going back down those attic steps. They can be pretty treacherous and plagued with zombies.